Welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 390. I'm Brandon Reith. That's Jonathan Birdsong. You are listening to the number 13th ranked podcast for Indiana sports
I knew he was gonna
in
sneak.
Indiana, Crossroads Sports. JB, how are you?
I'm doing just fine, man. I'm glad. I knew you was gonna sneak that one in there, man. Yes, Crossroads Sports is the number 13th ranked Indiana sports podcast, man. We got to take a bow on that one for sure. We are. Everybody kind of knows. Yeah, I don't want to speak for Brandon. Everybody kind of knows I'm a hot dog. So when I get accolades, man, of course I kind of do a mutt strut in the living room, man. So I did a victory lap. But like, nah, man, Crossroads Sports is, it is me and Brandon Reese voice coming to you at you, weekly, daily, sometimes nightly, for sure. But like I said last week, Crossroads Sports is built off the fans, and we have a lot of fans and family kind of mixed and integrate into kind of people that kind of got us to this point, man. I don't want to forget them because like the first thing I responded back to Brandon Reese. When I got it, I was like, man, we got to break the top 10. That's the first thing I said. But we just got,
Yeah.
I didn't even pat our.
There's some heavy hitters there, too.
Yeah, heavy hitters. The homie JMV is ranked top 6. The other homie, Kent Sterling, who got a
Jim
lot of
Coyle
variety.
up there, friend of
Right
mine.
there was top 10. I was looking for the other, nemesis, Double D. He wasn't nowhere near to be found. Maybe he's further down the list. Man. But we're running good numbers over here, man, and I'm kind of proud of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about something maybe didn't do as good as numbers. Let's start off the topics. Super Bowl, John. Seattle wins a snoozer, you can say, of a ball game there. Seattle wins. Drake
Oh,
May looks like a second-year quarterback in the league. Sam Darnold. I'm going to repeat. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
yeah, I know, man. I don't think Sam Darnold delivered the championship like he's supposed to at USC, man. But yeah, man, another interesting factoid that he is the first USC quarterback, from the university to win a Super Bowl, man. So, little ugly Super Bowl, snooze bowl, man. I think I was probably talking to the people at the Super Bowl party at my sister's house more so than anything. I was kind of conversating more so I was watching it, man. Once I seen it was going to be a field goal affair. The Walker kid running back, he's a free agent. He ran like a free agent too, for sure, MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of kept them with they almost beat the Patriots in the old Patriot way, right?
Yeah.
Just kept the ball. Time of possession was key for them. They ran a good ground game. Darnold kept Darnold clean and upright. Didn't take a sack. Didn't really threw one touchdown, but didn't take a sack. And like I said, man, the Patriots are the Evil Empire got dusted off in their own with some of their own medicine, man. Drake made 6 sacks. Ooh, that's gruesome, man. So yeah, you spot on with him looking like a second-year quarterback, man. But no, Seahawks defense does what they kind of did all year, man. Just dominated, man. They found a hole in the offensive line. They just kind of punished Drake May all afternoon.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, we got off season. I'm glad Kenneth Walker won. I had a nice little bet on Kenneth Walker to win MVP there, so that
Well,
was a
Jason
nice.
Myers, they've never had a kicker beat the Super Bowl MVP, but he's 5 for 5, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's
He made a great case for it. So,
yeah.
but that puts a wrap on that NFL season, John. As we next approach the NFL Combine and free agency, and then John's favorite, the hard hitting news and notes we're going to get for the NFL Draft from JB, which we can't wait for that. But we've got a little bit of time. John, to dive in a little bit throughout our shows here in the early spring with the little UFL. He likes
Well, I don't.
tune.
Right now, I wish Coach he's what's his name, Coach Stallings from the Game Time podcast was on right now because he probably there's gonna be at least 3 Ohio State guys probably picked in the top 10. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's what I'm saying for that the Tate kid probably gonna be the wide receiver. He's probably gonna be a first rounder too, man. The Beard fumbled a lot this year, Brandon. He's got a lot of NFL talent. He
Yep.
fumbled a lot. He fumbled big time this year, man. I'm still kind of Brandon. I was gonna tweet the OG one of the Greens. You know what I'm saying? Either, you know what I'm saying? Because I know they know. How is Trinidad Chambliss, if he can't go back to school, where does he gonna go? He's just gonna sit and go to class? I doubt
No,
that happens, man. But so I don't know.
I'm
I don't
trying
know.
to think.
There's a lot of defensive. You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
looking. He's looking around for Ole Miss. There's a lot of
No,
defensive.
I was looking for my Pittsburgh Steelers thing. I was going to say, well, we could use a quarterback to go there.
Well, you know, again, like there's a lot of defensive talent in this first round. If you're looking for, you know, what I'm saying linebacker, edge rusher, it's gonna be little. But like I'm not gonna go dumb just yet. Of course, Mendoza is gonna be number one. But
Yeah.
as we get close to that, I'll have more intel on the draft.
Okay. By the way, I guess I forgot that kind of rolled over before we had the Super Bowl. Being the 13th ranked sports show in Indiana, that a tremendous honor. I mean, I'll let you talk about it, but from where this show has been, there was another accolade that we got last year, for being in the top 50 for Indiana from a different company.
Mm-hmm.
And there, John, we were ranked what 30 something, I think was our ranking for that. And for this latest one that came out this week, being 13th overall, out of the top 35, kind of says about the work we did and then the people that we have that follow our show and such, because we couldn't do. But I also want to, I think it needs to be said, thank you, John, as well. I couldn't do this thing by myself. I mean, I could, but I don't know if everybody want to hear me the entire time rambling, right? But the effort that you've put in, I mean, this is shit. Year number 8 now, right? And we're getting it done. So,
people doubt it.
what we'll do with you. Even our sponsors we have is Scott K. Congrats, fellas. It's that State Farm shot. Hey, it is, man. And it's people like you and people like them that kind of help do what we do and get to where we need to be. And like you said, 13th, it's great, it's good, not great enough, right? We got top 10, top 5. We got some heavy hitters to go after. So and looking forward to that. So I wanted to make sure I got my piece in there on that. But you definitely deserve some kudos yourselves for the work that you do.
Oh man, you know, I'll just be up late at night, you know what I'm saying, watching video basketball, you know, emailing coaches. Do you want to come on and talk to me and Brandon Reef? Do you want to come on D Brown? Do you want to come on Mitch Richmond? You know, whether they come on or not, whether they respond or not, it's a whole other thing. Hopefully they do, right? Cross our fingers, man. But like, nah, man.
Or you're up super early, 4 a.m. I'll get that. I'll get that tag or that text message at 4 or 5 a.m. I know JB's already up grinding for the day.
Early bird gets the worm, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, no, man. You know, ESPN wasn't necessarily knocking on my door. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of my story, kind of with it, man. When I used to hear Stephen A. and Skip Bayless and a lot, even David Aldridge, who's somebody I respect as well, man. And I hear them talk, man. Like they talk like you and I. They talk like you and me. And like, you know, if they and I get it, they got the position rightfully so. And like I said, ESPN wasn't calling us, man. So we had to start our own little ESPN situation.
Last couple things NFL wise.
You sure? Hey man, you sure? There's some family business kind of spilled out with the Pittsburgh Steelers today.
I know that's going to be one of the things.
Okay, I'll just make you sure.
JB and Scott says JB and I, you guys are up at 5 a.m. with the text. Hey, somebody's got to start it, right? You know, hey, what it used to be, Scott, back when we had the old Pac-12, John would fall asleep at 7, 8 o'clock. He'd wake up, catch second half of the Pac-12 as he's getting up at like 4 a.m. So he'd catch those second halves of the football games.
Beavers, man, I miss them.
Hawaii, a lot of Hawaii Warriors football games on there. So, yeah. Well, speaking of Steelers, Rodgers, and this was part of my nightmare that I had, right? That Rodgers was going to come back. Michael McCarthy would be the quarterback or the head coach. Well, now Rodgers is apparently open to the return to the Pittsburgh Steelers next season. I got a different scenario that it came out this week that there's for the right spot, Derek Carr would come out of retirement. So my question is, if you're Pittsburgh,
wow,
or even let's look at the Colts situation. You got Daniel Jones with the injury coming back. You brought back Phillip Rivers Does the Colts try to kick a little tire on Carr just to kind of see a little feeler where he's at?
No, don't they have to? Everybody's, got called to attention. They have to win games this next season. I'm kind of skeptical, but like, they talking about multi-year contract with Daniel Jones? I'm like, dude, he got a broken leg, man. What are you talking about multi-year contract? But there's still opportunities where they might franchise tag him, and then again, that'll be another little soundbite that we have to kind of talk about. But
right,
I don't know why are these coaches scared to like have to pull up a quarterback from the second round to make shiny and new, like Pittsburgh Steelers, man. As much as Aaron Rodgers can kind of hold that up, and much as Mark McCarthy is going to be new kind of paint, that's not what you need. That's not there. I said it couple episodes ago, man. Them being a transition, but like the Pittsburgh Steelers are not a transactional. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong, though. You know what I'm saying? This is a 2-year thing if Aaron Rodgers kind of comes back, man. It doesn't have to bottom out. It doesn't have to bottom out, Brandon. Let them know that I said it doesn't have to bottom out, but you do have to rebuild. In this draft, you do have to rebuild your offensive line and your defensive line. And you know what I'm saying, whatever. Yeah, if Mike McCarthy's special teams or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he needs to bring that too, because the Steelers can't score over 21 points the last 6 seasons. You know what I mean? So
right.
So, but like again, if the quarterback ain't in this round and in this field for you, I still don't.
Can I ask you this question?
Aaron Rodgers back. That doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
Why? And maybe you can explain it, because it doesn't make.
Okay.
It makes sense at a higher or a lower level, but a higher level it doesn't. Why these owners? Sorry, why these GMs and coaches want to go out and get and trade for or get a AJ Brown, who's drama filled, diva filled, whether he gets along with his quarterback or not, go out and get this type of wide receiver for your team to get you in that next step. Or why don't you get somebody that's had a great production? You get an Alec Pierce. But why is everybody, and that's all you hear the talking heads talk about is AJ Brown this, AJ Brown that. I'm sorry, but if you compare production level,
right,
Alec Pierce is right up there, and you're not going to deal with the shitty attitude. Talk back into the coach or to the quarterback. I just don't understand what's so shiny and big with an AJ Brown, the cancer that he brings to a team compared to what you could get from an Alec Pierce type.
Yeah, I just think people just high risk, high reward. Plus, people do like the diva receiver. They do like it. Fans do. Fans do like some till it becomes an irritant. You know what I mean?
Oh, they do. They do, Reggie. Patriots. It was reported today that the Patriots are interested in possibly trade with for AJ Brown. So there are teams that want him.
Desperate times, man. If they think that's what kind of kept them out, I didn't think that was what kind of kept them out. Separation.
I don't either. I think the offensive line.
I mean, Diggs did not necessarily have, like, from a star standpoint, man. They, like, the stars did not shine bright at all on the Patriots side, and the Walker kid and Smith and Big Jigba are like, oh, you know what I'm saying, the darlings if you out of the snooze bowl. But I don't know. Like I said, there is somewhat of a reward factor, and somebody's, it's just like they feel like they can coach him differently. But if it hasn't worked in 2 or 3 other spots, man, I don't think it's going to, you know what I'm saying, you would think that it's going to crash even with the Patriot way around it.
Yeah. Yeah, your topic about the drama between Joey Porter talking about Big Ben.
Man, talk about that family business, man. I can't, I don't want to, I didn't want to be, he was like, Ben is a terrible teammate. Love my quarterback. I was like, damn, man, Joey, slow down, bro.
And I was wondering where that came from Joey, but there's a Pittsburgh writer that kind of put it out there today and showed the video clip. There's a couple episodes ago in Ben's podcast where he was kind of talking about Joey Porter getting beat, the junior, Joey Porter Jr. just getting beat in the secondary, and how it was probably a wasted pick on him.
Oh, no.
Well, when Daddy hears that, right, what's Dad going to do? Right, and I saw the video clip from a couple weeks ago when Ben did that, and it was critical during the playoff game and stuff like that. I mean, that didn't cost them the game completely, It damn near cost him against Baltimore when Joey Porter Jr. did it. He ain't wrong. And Ben could be a horrible teammate in the locker room and said, you never know. But I felt like a little bit of that had to do with Joey getting back for what Ben said about his son on the podcast, which I don't know.
Did they ask about Antonio Brown?
There was no or Le'Veon Bell.
Or Santana Moss. Did they ask him about? I'm not saying Santana Moss was bad.
Plexico Burris. I keep going.
Was he around during Plexico? I don't know. Was he around during that time?
Who?
Was he around? Was he there around? Were they on the same team when Plexico was there? I thought Plexico was gone by that time.
I think he was there for like a year or two.
Oh yeah. Ask about
Porter was there. I mean Porter. Hey, like you said, man, he won you. If it wasn't for him and that shoestring tackle against the Colts, Joey, you probably wouldn't be winning yourself a Super Bowl championship there, Peasy. But I just thought it was funny when I heard that, and then the Filipino put it out. Oh, here's the clip for Ben talking about the son.
Yeah, some of these football, like Zaire Franklin and Jeff T. When I first heard it, I was like, oh, they got into it. Then I watched it. I was like, man, they didn't get into it. They just talking. Jeff T. better slow down, man. Though he better slow down, man. I'm not trying to call out Jeff. No, you don't want no smoke.
Well, here we go.
I told Jeff he's good on the east side, man. He had problems at a gas station somewhere, man, in Carmel.
What?
Remember a couple months ago, he had a problem at some gas stations. People talking about they was gonna whoop his ass.
In Carmel?
I'm pretty sure it was in Carmel. I'm pretty sure it was in Carmel.
Man, they hide in their houses here in Carmel.
But hey man, ICE is up there now. But
I saw that today too. That baffled me. That
I was like ICE. There's no what y'all looking for ain't out here. But that's
you in the wrong. I am gonna say it, but I don't get it. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
podcast.
That's cross politics. We may start that show up at some point.
Yes, listen to the show Howard on Sundays.
That's the overnight show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the overnight show. How about this? Iowa wants a little skin in the game. Said, "Hey, Illinois, you ain't gonna take care of the Bears. Indiana, you ain't gonna take the Bears." Iowa's now putting their pitch in to bring the Bears over.
Yeah, man. I think it's just
send them to Evansville.
Evansville
Bears.
Oh wow, they'll love them. They might.
It's about the same distance, damn near for Iowa.
Yeah, man. All these promises of ownership not paying taxes, man, should really since it's in the air, man, should really piss off people who do pay taxes and do pay for tickets, and do expect their teams to win and not tank. All those things included in football, and you know what I'm saying. So it's a hard pass for me, man. When you talking about no taxes for an owner that's already a billionaire, that's a little wacky.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think Iowa?
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't gonna happen. They're not leaving Chicago for Iowa. Let's stop the bullshit. Come on, man.
I don't have a drink with me, but I want to pour a little out, John.
For Derry Bird?
We lost another bowl game this week. I don't know if you've heard. So earlier this year, we lost the Bahamas Bowl. We lost the LA Bowl. Those bowls have been canceled. We have a third bowl now that's been officially canceled. After 29 years, Detroit's bowl game will no longer exist. That was one of the marquee ones for the MAC. Some of you remember it as the Game Above Sports Bowl, the Quick Lanes Bowl, Little Caesars Bowl / Motor City Bowl. This is no longer. It's done after 29 years. They've canceled it.
We need to make that call, man. What's going on?
Crossroads Bowl?
Something. If they need somebody to brand it, I mean, we'll be there, boots on the ground.
The
homie Will Smith, we need credibility. We'll get the homie Will Smith. He can be the other person in the booth.
Well, see the CFP with these bowl games now, they're taking there. A lot of people are sitting out or opting out. Some of these bowl games, I feel like this year they were empty, right?
Yeah.
But what's that do to your smaller schools here, like the MAC, who always looked forward to like that Motor City Bowl game where you got to take on a higher ranked team? Ball State went there when I was there. When they were number 12 in the country, they took on Rutgers, Kenny Britt, Ray Rice, that Big East Rutgers team.
I think the MAC champs from my era was the first ones to go to the Motor City Bowl. Man, you say 29 years. I forgot to tell you how old I am. Maybe another bowl game kind of comes into play. If you think about some of the other venues that aren't utilized during that time, does do they run anything at I was gonna say the RCA Dome, but yes, is anything running at any other venue that somebody might want to attract a MAC champion or attract whoever's not necessarily in the conference? Because it sounds like in the CFP as we go further, some of these other teams are gonna be left out anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Some of these other mid-major teams are gonna be left out anyway. So can a city, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got Iowa, you know what I'm saying, whoever, Indiana, you know what I'm saying, up in Gary, we're not trying to attract you know what I'm saying, football from a professional standpoint, but can they attract a college, you know what I'm saying, team to come over there and play a game or two or whatever? So that's just kind of open market. You know what I'm saying?
I wish the CBA or the CBI here, Capital Board Improvement. I wish that contract could be reworked because I've heard in the past that contract prevents a bowl game from being played in Lucas Oil Stadium because it's set up for the Colts first and only, to where those last couple weeks of the year typically is one of their 2 home games. Which, I mean, shit, you can change logos and field colors and stuff all around by the time in a week. Shit, we host 3 events in 1 weekend before.
Correct. I'm thinking, is anything okay? If it ain't Lucas, there's anything else that around here? You know what I mean?
You want to go to Butler Field?
Oh man.
Go to Butler Field, maybe play down there in the Butler Bowl.
Let's go. It's 100 yards.
Yeah, so RIP to the bowl game in Detroit, Motor City Bowl. Much love there. College basketball, John. Hoosiers. The Hoosiers get a couple big wins, knocking off the Oregon Ducks big time.
Don't make me sick.
They knock off over the weekend Wisconsin.
They got a little home cooking against Wisconsin. They got some calls go there.
The Hall of Calls I told you this morning.
Yeah, shame on Wisconsin for letting the Hoosiers be that close. But that kind of just speaks to the competitiveness of the Big Ten, man. Nobody should have necessarily rolled the Hoosiers dead just yet. There was a disappointing game they had for me anyway, against USC.
Right.
But they're definitely on the bounce back trail. Joe Lenardi got them ninth in. A nice seeded team, so they're definitely in. But they can't let it slide because then they're definitely, you know what I'm saying, they'll definitely be out. So, you know, kind of weathering the storm. You mentioned it a couple episodes ago, kind of weathering the storm of their tough road agenda. They got they got Derry Bird. They got the Derry Birds coming up here.
They are off until Sunday, I think, now, this week. They have a slow week.
But I thought they had Nebraska.
Keep talking. I'll look them up real quick.
I thought they had Nebraska coming up next, and I know they got Illinois and Purdue to kind of finish the season.
Yeah, they have. The Hoosiers are getting ready to go. They are Sunday, 1:00 at number 8 Illinois, and then at Purdue.
If you can, hey man, they
1-2.
You want to go 2-0 against both those 2 programs. If that happens, man, they probably cascade up into a top 15 for them. But
both are on the road, and then you got 2. Then you got 3 at home and 1 on the road.
Yeah, you asking a lot. But if they go 500 in those 2 games, man, that's it. Kept to maintain their position that they're in right now. A nice seed IU team, DeVries, he's living on the cloud.
IU finally announced that their 76 team at the halftime the other night, they're going to put a Bob Knight statue finally out there. John, any thoughts on that?
No, man, you got to temper down. The algorithm, I'm asking, the social media algorithm, we got to temper down Quinn Buckner, his expressions, whether it be from the Pacers or whether it be from IU. Like,
he's cheering about a dunk while the man's tore his ACL. Like, I mean, that's why I'm calm the hell down, Quinn.
I'm like, man,
smell the chicken.
Quinn Buckner got too much power in these streets, in these basketball streets in Indiana, man. What is he got the stronghold over IU and the Pacers, man? It's crazy, man. We need to study it at some point, but not right now.
It's a shame. Purdue Boilermakers Uh, Crazy win at home against Oregon, closer than the experts needed it to be,
Right.
as we would say. But then a huge win on the road last night in overtime. They about gave it up. They were what, up 17-18, but the number 7 team comes roaring back at home. Purdue with a huge win in overtime. Fletcher didn't shoot the greatest last night, but he made the key play down to the big man Clough for the and one there to give the Boilermakers that lead there in OT.
Yeah, Boilermakers. I told you they weren't going to go light as it pertains to winning the Big Ten. I know a lot of people are kind of already got their mindset on seeding. I was just talking about seeding just a minute. I know a lot of people kind of got their mindset on where these teams are going to kind of see this up. The conference championship is still important. Don't get it twisted. Kentucky's still trying to win a conference championship. They're in the hunt for that. I think Purdue are definitely still in a conference, at least in the conversation. I know Michigan. People got Michigan winning the Final Four already, Brandon. People got in the Final Four already, but again, there's some things that still got to be determined. So Purdue's got itself back on track to win the Big Ten. Gotta love it.
Speaking of big games, Boilermakers have, you could say, 4 big games ahead of them. They have Iowa this Saturday night that they are playing, which, by the way, Iowa has been doing all right. They've won, what, 6 in a row? Well, I believe they just lost to Maryland, and that's a bad loss.
Bad loss.
Very bad loss. They lost to Maryland there. So Purdue's got Iowa at Iowa. They're going to come back pissed off after this loss here. And then they're home against number 2 Michigan and home against Indiana and home against number 10 Michigan State. There's where you make your move, those 3 home games. If you're Purdue, you got to win all 3. Have to.
Absolutely.
Have to.
If we're talking about winning the Big Ten, you have to win all 3.
If I think getting yourself some momentum, you have to.
Absolutely.
So, and Michigan's good, man. Michigan themselves, looking at their schedule. Not
unbeatable, though, people. Not unbeatable.
No. Bro, Michigan's got a non-conference game coming up still.
Who they play?
So they're at Northwestern, home against UCLA, at Purdue, and then they face Duke.
Which is a game that's usually like,
December, November.
That's crazy.
They're playing Duke February 21st at 6:30 at night. The Edward Jones Capitol Showcase. And it looks like it's going to be in Washington, D.C. I don't know why. But
is it a pickup? It can't be.
It ain't a pickup game. I don't know. This has been on the schedule. I was shocked when I saw they're playing Duke coming up.
Wow.
But let's go quick. Duke and Carolina. The craziness of that game, how it ended. You got coaches supposedly getting bloody lips, but people are trying to say John Shire is the new Coach K, why does he get to say this shit when it's not true? But I don't know, John. What's your thought?
I'm not ready to wipe my feet on John Shire and his record in the tournament or against North Carolina. That was an epic game. Again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, IU Purdue. That is UNC and Duke is the best college basketball rival. I'm not saying IU and Purdue ain't in the top 5 because it gets a little crazy with them as well. But Duke UNC, man, it's a game that UNC never did lead until the last 3 seconds. The last 3 seconds of the game, they run a little ball. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what kind of play it was, but they run a little ball hoop action. Player A goes to the hoop, he kicks it out, triple hits the 3. It's over.
Yeah.
The game is over. That was UNC's first lead of the game. There was not enough time left. For Duke to, do anything. And that was it, man. Afterwards, of course, pandemonium, kids running on the court.
Right. But the game wasn't even over. There still was some time on the clock.
Well, it's over. They knew it was over. They knew the time wasn't enough for get a good enough shot to the court toward the basket. So
just crazy.
I like that the rivalry hasn't gone anywhere. I like the fact that is what ACC basketball technically used to be. It used to be more than just Duke and versus USC. You would kind of get a finish like that against a Maryland or against a Wake Forest, man.
Yep.
Shame on Wake Forest, man. The homie went to Wake Forest. They ain't won. Have they won a game in conference play, Brandon?
2-8.
in conference play.
2-8 conference play overall, 11-12.
You don't leave Purdue to go to 2-8 Wake Forest, and you don't leave Purdue to go to 2-8 Wake Forest. I'm just letting you know. Tell your daddy. Tell your daddy. I'll tell him when I see him at Kroger.
Damn. Can I tell you I got a problem?
With who?
This Peterson kid. Did he have the flu? Did he not have the flu? There's a text message that went viral that somebody took from somebody else's phone behind one of the personnel that said, well, I'm sick. He goes, well, if you can't get to play, you ain't going to just sit the fucking bench. And like, does the dude want to play? He doesn't want to play. I saw a meme for calling him Mr. DMP as his new nickname.
Yeah,
I have a problem if I'm the Pacers or some of these NBA teams. Like,
well, you know, the Kings ain't gonna give a damn if they get them.
Oh, I know they don't. Shit,
they ain't gonna give a damn. If a smart team does not take him number 1 overall, he has the exact same body type that Kobe Bryant had when he walked into the NBA. He has the exact same body type, and he can play. It's a little weird. I thought he had set out a couple games. I was like, damn, are you trying to duck? You really ducking Tennessee? You know what I'm saying? Because he had set out a couple games.
He ducking Arizona?
And are you ducking Arizona? So are you ducking some of the other NBA draft talent? And I don't think that's it. I think it's just his motivation. Like, I don't think he wanted to go to school, and the NBDL or whatever that used to be, it's not necessarily a route that he wanted to put himself in. So, but you have to take. Brandon, these guys are gonna have to take. If you go to school, whether it's Kansas, Duke, IU, Ball State, God bless them. You gonna have to, these are basketball schools. Like they are preparing you for the next level. And they need to embrace it, man. They need you to play. If you got it, unless you really got for real hamstrings, and then like that is a red flag. That would be a red flag for the Pacers, man. To be if the Pacers pick number 1, and like that and if you really are a generational kind of guy, they really get like they would want to pair you with. They didn't move the other homie out of the way, so yeah, they would want to pair you with Halliburton, man. But like if he does have an injury issue, it's a red flag. If he has a motivational motor, then the 82 games, it's another red flag. And because 82 games,
100%.
82 game season is not gonna do you no favors, man. And if you gonna show us Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade level talent, that's what the fans are gonna want to expect.
Yeah. Butler's down 3 at the half. They're hanging in there.
They must. Hey, Thad, to be down a couple players and a point guard, man, that's really commendable. But they need that game, saying. Some countries, Africa need water, man. They need that game. Brandon. You can't lose to Providence. You can't lose to Marquette this year. This is a rebuild year for Marquette, and they lost to them miserably, man. So, but Butler needs that against UConn tonight.
The Atlantic 10, St. Louis Billikens, 11-0 in the conference. Josh Scher's got team 23-1 overall, 18th ranked. Don't call it a coincidence. Loyola Chicago, Sister Jean dies this year, and they're only 6-19.
Yeah, the program kind of went down too, man. I tell you what, if Mick Cronin sends out cries about 2 more piss poor games that his team either win, the homie Josh Scher's gonna be the new head coach at UCLA.
He could probably go coach at Notre Dame.
Ooh, when he come back to Indiana, man, and somebody need to, man. They got next year. I'm talking about next year Notre Dame, because this year is behind you. They got some big games next year, man. They're playing Villanova in Rome, man. I don't know, man. Can we get on? Can you get on? Can you get an airplane to Italy? You good with that?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Purdue's playing. They announced this afternoon Purdue and Gonzaga are playing next year in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Part of a doubleheader. Big 12, John. You got number 1 Arizona, which, hey, like I said, you can't trust Arizona when it comes to tournament time.
I want you guys watching, man. I try to tell you, man, Cole Pete in a big time game, man, 6 points and I think 4 rebounds, man. It's not. He's a good college player, man, and he might need to do some more development, man. But that's not big splash on the next level.
Bryce James sitting out the year. He'll be back next. He'll be in next year. So they reload. But you got number 1 right now, Arizona, 23-1. You got the Sisters of the Poor, Houston Cougars, 22-2, ranked number 3.
That dude, wow.
Iowa State lost to TCU. Can somebody please tell me about this TCU Horned Frog team? I mean, I've got
You went there?
I got a T-shirt, long sleeve TCU basketball, Horned Frog basketball. I want to talk about their team.
Go ahead.
They take on Michigan, they lose by 4.
Yeah.
They take on Notre Dame, they lose by 2. They take on number 10 Florida, they beat Florida. They beat Wisconsin. They lose to Kansas, lose to Arizona, lose to BYU, these big games, lose to Houston, and then they go and just knock out Iowa State 62-55 last night. Can the TCU team figure it out? Get Sonny in there maybe to figure them out, but just
he said get Sonny in there.
I just don't get it, man. That Big 12 power loaded conference. BYU's struggling right now. You're muted.
Yeah, he said get Sonny. That's hilarious, man. It probably kind of just comes down to matchups and these kids being motivated. Man, TCU is not necessarily known as a big powerhouse basketball school or whatnot. Some of these guys just they take personal battles and matchups and got against the people that they know. You know, they kind of just teeing off, man. I still think, even though like a lot of folks kind of think the mid majors ain't got no love this year, or some of the non-basketball brands, I think there's going to be some little shakeups this year, man. Maybe not necessarily in the Elite Eight. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to Elite Eight thing, man, like the Dukes of the world and the Michigan States of the world, even Purdue of the world, probably gonna kind of take over. My personal
Is
opinion.
Shaka gonna get fired? 9-16 last in the Big East. You got
no,
you had DePaul and Providence beating you.
Man, all his guys is gone, man. He all is gone. Tyler Kolek is gone. The homie Cam is up here running point guard and shooting guard for the Pacers, man. So,
John, they haven't won a road game this year.
I understand that, man. He's not gonna get fired, dude. He's safe. He's
you got
safe.
DePaul and Providence all ahead of you. That's a problem. St. John's and UConn both 12-1. That was a great game in the Garden that we got to see last week.
Well, before the wheels fell off, man, I thought the Big East was going to get at least 4 teams in, and I don't think Butler's going to get in now, man. Unless they run.
They'll get Villanova in, but let me ask you this: as much as I've said you can't see Arizona, I can't see Arizona making it, past the Elite Eight.
Not to the final game, no.
I'm going to ask the same question you about St. John's. How much can you trust them? I thought last year's team was better.
With RJ Davis, yeah, you thought it was. Patino's team. This team likes the defense more so. That's probably how they're gonna move through the tournament, clamping down on guys, and just get. You know what I'm saying? I think this is Patino's last year. I think. I'm not saying they're gonna cut this down, but I think they get to the Final Four for sure.
Okay. We talked about Big Ten, Michigan, Illinois, then Purdue, Nebraska, and Michigan State, the gauntlet that's there. Just rolling through real quick. Horizon League update. IUPUI 7-19 lost last night. 3-12 in the conference. Wright State and Oakland Campy's boys sitting there right now is number 1 and number 2 seeds as we approach the end of the regular season. Shout out your boy Green Bay. 9-6, 14-12, over 500. They won some games. All it took was getting rid of your radio show. Ball State, 8-15, not looking great. How about the Miami Redhawks, man? 23 ranked. They are 24-0. Travis Steele from Indiana. Local guys, got a couple Hamilton County products on that team.
Yeah, former Butler guy. He spent some time in that coaching
They were good last year. They lost in the MAC championship game to Akron, which I found out this morning his brother-in-law coaches, John Lush or whatever, not Lush maybe, Grosh or whatever his last name is, head coach of Akron.
I hope during tournament time that they put some respect on some of these mid-major teams that have won year over year. The homie Brady Saley, I know probably didn't mess up his name, the women's coach up to Ball State. Like, you know what I'm saying, he's probably poised to win it. They definitely got a spot. He's probably poised to win the MAC regular season for sure. And I get it, he hasn't necessarily won. Definitively the top 2, They didn't win last year. I think Toledo won. Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
no, Bobcats won last year. But like, nah, man, they got to give these teams better seedings, man. Especially if they've shown to my personal opinion, if they've shown to prove year over year that they've kicked ass in their leagues, man. But like they telling me that the homies right now, if the tournament start right now, that the Redbirds would be 11 seed. That's not fair, dude. That's baloney.
Indiana State 10-15, Purple Aces 6-19, bottom two of the Missouri Valley, unfortunately. And then you sit there and look at the Mountain West. Utah State Aggies 21-3, leading that Mountain West right now. They gave Purdue a little bit of problems early in that NCAA tournament game with Edey a couple years ago. Then their coach left. Forget where he went to. And then I'm looking around the SEC, John. Florida does anybody want to win the regular season in the SEC? Right now you got Florida, then Kentucky, and Arkansas. Vanderbilt's been on a little bit of a slide. So is the Aggies in Tennessee. And then your boys down in Alabama. He's not eligible now.
I blame the coach, Nate Oates. I blame the player because he should know better. But he's just a young kid looking to get paid. But the coach should know better, man. Anytime you want to bring bleed the brands of the NCAA with the NBA, all media ears and attention is going to kind of come on your program. You know what I'm saying? He got blended into the program, and then he wasn't even really a severe impact player, which made Nate Oates, it made him look less of a coach to me. Here you got an NBA guy, and he's not, he ain't Shaquille O'Neal, he ain't Alonzo Mourning out the gate. So I kind of blame, it kind of was, egg on their face. How does he run a rest of a season? I don't know, man. With any type of credibility. That's what I say. We can take Alabama. Alabama's probably going to be what, Brandon? Maybe a 10 seed, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe. How can you take it as credible as like going to the tournament? I can't, so I won't. F you, NATO. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. But like, no, man, their credibility is kind of shot.
Pacers. We need to keep losing. And it's always good though to beat the New York Knicks.
Man,
and the Knicks, I'm sorry, the Pacers had their guys. Knicks had their big three, big four, and they still couldn't get it done against Indiana.
After watching the Knicks, I mean, they played a real tough game against Boston. Took Boston kind of out of it this past Sunday. I just knew Pacers was going to be chop suey to them, and that wasn't the case, man. Pacers had everybody out. Nobody of significance is playing.
There's more people out tonight. Did you see how many's out tonight?
Yeah,
11 guys out tonight.
Well, hopefully the Nets take care of business.
Brandon, we're up at halftime. We need to start losing these games, John.
You want a truth from me? I thought Joe Harris was still playing. I looked up to you.
Is he not playing at all?
No, he retired in 2024, buddy.
I did not know that.
He got traded.
As Reggie said, I love beating the Knicks. Let's beat those type of teams, but man, we gotta lose. We gotta start losing.
No, you gotta lose, man. Not for Zubac. You gotta get in that lottery, man. Stay in it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? There was something else with the Pacers.
You gotta talk about the All-Star game this weekend. Oh man. Damian Lillard's coming back to the 3-point contest.
Who?
Lillard.
I'd rather see Caitlin Clark out there.
Well, hey, man, Reggie Miller probably said he'd rather see Caitlin Clark out there too. But like, nah, man, I think 3-point contest is probably gonna go down between hopefully Devin Booker and Murray. There's some decent names in the 3-point contest for sure. I'm disappointed again in the dunk contest participants on a nightly basis.
I didn't even see who it is. Who is it, John?
On a nightly basis, man, I watch Cooper Flagg and one of the Thompson twins just like rip it away, if not Zion Williamson. And
give me the list. See if I've heard of any of these guys.
This year.
Wait, the man ain't in it again, is he, McClung?
No, man, he's on one of the teams though. He's on one of them second-generation teams.
Oh my God! All right, give me the players. I haven't looked at it.
Jackson Hayes from the Lakers.
He's willing to kick the mascot, right? Got suspended.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Carter Bryant from the Spurs. Damn, he's the Arizona guy.
I thought that was Kobe's dad. Bean Bryant or
no? Carter Bryant.
Never heard of him.
Jace Richardson, second generation. You know who his dad
from
is.
Michigan State.
From Michigan State, yes.
Okay.
But he ain't necessarily known as a dunker, so we'll see what the kid got. And another former Arizona kid, what's his name? Keaton Johnson. He plays for the Heat, but he's a G League guy.
Never heard of him.
He played for Arizona 100,000 years ago. Man.
Another snoozer of a dunk contest, folks. I'll watch the 3-point and I'll turn it off after that. That's all I need to see. But speaking of Jackson Hayes, kicking somebody, hey man, as Scott K said, Stewie and the Pistons get 7-game suspension. That was a nice brawl the other night. That brought back me some 90s fights.
A nice brawl, man. Right. Yeah. I kind of thought about all them bigs out there kind of pushing around, shoving around, man. I knew one wasn't gonna, really like punch, but yeah. It showed people like that, hey man, these guys still do care. They ain't all buddy.
That was something. I listened to Carlisle the other day talking. He believes that the center position is coming back into the NBA.
No, punch him in his throat. Don't start, man. Don't make me mad, Brandon.
Well, can I give you what his first example was?
Go ahead.
His first example was the first game of the season, where you had Steven Adams over 7 foot, Sungu, another guy over 7 foot, both of them in the starting lineup against Chet Holmgren and Harrelson.
Okay.
Hartenstein. So the bigs, the center position, he says is coming back to that. Because my question is, when Zubac comes in, and I wish I could ask him this question.
You might.
What kind of identity will Indiana have, right? Because he can't get up and down the floor as quick as what Miles Turner was, right? He's not as fast as Miles Turner. Now he can rebound. We ain't going to have any problems rebounding with him.
No,
but he can't run the same type of pick and pop role as what Miles did. And that's where I'm going to say that game's going to have to change now a little bit.
Well, they got a lot of Sabonis tape. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, they'll have some residuals. I don't think he's as good as Sabonis. He rebounds better than Sabonis. There's no mistaking that. But when you talk about pace, that's the part that pisses me off. And I you know what I'm saying, there's people that believe that the Pacers wouldn't have made it to the finals with an all offensive team with Sabonis on the team. But they, like I said, they made that decision to trade Sabonis, not Miles, and they made the run. So we'll see what he got, man. They best hopes is to continue to lose games. And to make sure they, have the conversation to be to draft a Boozer, to draft a Christian Act Jr., Kingston Flemings, anybody but this kid from Kansas who, nobody who's.
I was going to ask you second week of February. I'm going to ask you every week leading up to the draft right now. With the blank pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers will select.
At pick 2? Oh, you said any pick? Who should
any of those picks? Who are you taking if you're the Pacers? I'm asking you this question every week.
AJ DeBonsta.
If he's off the BYU, all right.
We'll see. If he's off the board, and they're picking 2, then you go Boozer.
We'll see if next week John's picks it change at all from anything from that. Perfect.
Exactly.
Last couple things, John. I have Daytona 500 is this weekend.
It's coming, man.
Qualifying is tonight. Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports have signed a multi-year deal through 2031 to keep the defending 2-time champion with Hendrick Motorsports. Qualifying tonight for the Daytona 500. Tomorrow will be the qualifying races tomorrow night to determine the actual order. And then Sunday, 2:30. We're going to be dodging a little bit of rain showers on Sunday, but the Daytona 500 will be Sunday afternoon, probably going into the evening as it seems like it normally does. So I'll have my picks out for that later this week on Facebook and on Twitter, who I may be picking via DraftKings Sportsbook.
A lot of guys already kind of come into this season with some venom and piss already in their veins, man. There was a lot of rubbing. I know a lot of folks didn't like it because it was bad TV, man. But there's a lot of rubbing in that night, in that road course that they ran the other night. And that was weird just to kind of see all the participation. That, rain or whatnot, kind of, in the nighttime on the road. Dude, what they do to dry the track is incredible. Brandon, they need to get it for 38th Street.
I thought that's to fill potholes.
Well, they need to get another track right behind it to fill the potholes, man. But what they did to drive a track just for the race was incredible, man. Like I said, they need to replicate that into like
We gotta get
regular.
you to a race, man, this year.
A NASCAR race, I go to that, man. We got to go support the homie Bubba Wallace. He's the main one that's already pissy, man. He's out there putting guys into the wall. It's crazy, man.
Well, hey, you win the Brickyard last year. You can do what you want.
Right?
I warned you.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy this season for Major League Baseball because
you want
next
me like
December,
AG Bondi? Did you see? No,
next December we're going into a lockout. It's coming.
You think so? With Major League Baseball?
The owners and everybody want salary cap. That's the biggest thing. And players and them do not. The owners aren't going to budge. They said we will stay however long it takes. This could be the longest. This could be a longer lockout than what the '94 season. Where this could, I think this is going to wipe out the entire season. I really do. Next year, not this year's.
Not this year. Next year.
And the Tucker situation going to the Dodgers. I've read that. I read through the LA Times, and so that just adds more fuel to the fire for it. Unfortunately.
Okay,
these owners are pissed off.
Some of these other owners need to spend the money that the Dodgers and the Yankees spend, or the Red Sox spend.
Well, some of these teams they can't do it, right?
Right, they can't do it because they don't pull in the weight that
exactly.
the big boys come in. So they don't. Yeah, you're right. They're going to renegotiate.
The lockout is coming. Everybody needs to know that
it's coming, y'all.
It is coming. So enjoy this season while we have it. Are you a big Winter Olympics guy?
Just a little bit, man. And when the things hit the fan politically, I was like, huh? What? But like, nah, man. Even before then, Lindsey Vonn, she's crazy, man. She had an ACL. Like most time, athlete gets an ACL, you got to sit out your sport. Period. You got to sit out. Brandon, she was like, no, bro, I'm going down this hill again. And then she went down, man. It was right, but hey, man, I'm glad she's doing real well. You know what I'm saying? She had a lacerated tibia. She had emergency surgery, all those things, man. I'm not even joking, man. Brandon, I know I don't know where the medal count is for versus USA versus the world. I know Germany's probably kicking the USA's ass and everything from skating to everything else, man. That's what they do. Germany and Canada, the Winter Olympics is their thing. But like, no, man, a lot of these athletes, unfortunately, are kind of getting asked questions from the media that how it pertains politically, and most of them are great questions. The responses have been great, man. Have been also unifying with their teammates and not necessarily distracting from what their goal is. Their goal is for them to win a Olympic medal, but that don't mean they ain't got time to answer. You know what I'm saying? How they feel about things, man. And,
right.
And I respect that.
Last thing I have, John, can you name for me what happened 36 years ago today?
In what world? What professional world?
A very important sports moment happened 36 years ago tonight.
Oh, man. I know 40 years ago, maybe a couple days ago, Spud Webb won a dunk contest. So 36 years ago. Oh, man. It would have been All-Star Weekend, NBA. Or, no, yeah. So NFL Super Bowl, Doug Williams won.
It wasn't even Super Bowl because Super Bowl was in January way back
All right. Shame on me. I'm busted.
Well, Reggie says Moses Malone, Houston Rockets pulled down all these 21 offensive rebounds, 32 rebounds total. That's a good one, but that's not the big one. The big one, John, and you'll be like, yeah, and you probably will remember where you were at when this happened. 36 years ago today, James Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson in the 10th round to win the undisputed heavyweight title.
Man, that was incredible.
Douglas was a 42-1 underdog.
Yeah, nobody thought he was going to win, not even him, man. And then he faded Mike Tyson a couple of times, man, and walked out.
$100 wins you $4,000.
Walked out heavyweight champion of the world. It's crazy. Yes, I do.
You remember where you were at that night when that fight happened?
Absolutely.
Hey, man, that was a WWF-esque 10 count. That thing took, you know how Earl Hebner sometimes did the 1, and then it took forever to get the 2.
Oh, you talking about when he first knocked out, when he first hit Buster Douglas down?
Yeah.
Huh. Yep.
Huh. Tell me about it. So, yeah, 36 years ago today, Buster Douglas knocks out Mike Tyson.
I think I could beat Mike Tyson.
Probably could. Hey, real quick, NBA, I forgot one note.
Okay.
Spurs, Jeremy Chohan. Why is he a free agent now? Why'd the Spurs drop him? Are they having drama?
They've been trying to trade him for a while, and
Pacers didn't want him?
nobody want an 8-8 guy. You know what I'm saying? So
We
like,
got plenty
nah,
of those already.
yeah.
I just thought he was. I didn't see him play when I was watching the Spurs and Mavericks last week, and I was surprised he wasn't in. But now I saw they released him today, and there's contenders that want him.
Man, you know, a lot of guys are kind of over infatuating their summer, what their price tag is going to be in the summertime, man. So a lot of these trades, that's what happened with Jaden Ivey. What's that say? Man, that came up saying I didn't know what that said. A lot of so I think that might be the case with him.
Okay, cool. Anything else, John? Before we go?
Nah, man, just another stellar episode, man. Me and Brandon Reef gonna be hard back at it in the think tank, man. Got some more. I gotta catch up and see are the Pacers down or are they winning, man? So like,
latest update, they're down 77-64 with 8 minutes left in the third.
Okay, so heading in the right direction. Heading in the right direction for the Pacers, man. But like, nah, man, we'll be back next week, bigger and better than ever, man. If next week can't hold you, you can always find me and Brandon Reef on Twitter, either at Crossroads Sports or at Three Foolish Man, or you can always find us on Instagram. And like I said, check for the story always.
This is your warning. Valentine's Day is coming up, gentlemen. Get your significant other their things now. Do it tomorrow. Don't wait till Friday.
Last minute.
It's Saturday. Get it done. So enjoy rest of sports. We'll see you guys this weekend. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.